Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for the Chelsea versus Crystal Palace review for the FA Cup semi-final. Funnily enough, we were designated the home team, but we were in our away kit. I ain't got a problem with it. The yellow kit is slapping right now. It's putting out good performances. It's doing okay. And as Saj would say, he said earlier in the week, should run it back season. But unfortunately, run it back season, we both failed on this part because we were meant to run it back for the semi-final champs and you was meant to run it back to revenge us beating you in the FA Cup semi-final last year.
We've dumped you twice.
You didn't win the FA Cup.
We've dumped you twice this season.
You didn't win the FA Cup.
Have you ever thought Man City's just a banter club and we thought, rah, do you know what would be funny than us playing you in the final? Playing the team you already played in the final and lost to. Banter.
I'm just saying, you talk about run it back season.
Yeah, you didn't run it back.
You could have run it back in the FA Cup final this year.
I want to run it back in the FA Cup.
Why?
I want to. If it doesn't start with a P or start with a C, I don't know about it. Run it back in the Champions League or the Premier League.
I've spoken about this before. Entitlement, just disregarding the other trophies. Don't worry, we respect you, FA Cup.
You ain't got no choice but to respect. What else you got? What else do you have? Nothing. Why are you talking like that?
These are the same. Do you know what? You see how far they've come as a
ain't got any other option.
As a species of Man City fans. Look at them. Disgusting. Anyway.
Hashtag new age. I'm not the old fans.
Listen, guys, let's get into it. Let's get into the meat and mash of the situation. It's an absolute madness today. I was feeling the pressure. I was saying to Chelsea fans, don't get overconfident. Don't get, cocky about this because it is Palace. They are a very good team under Vieira. But it was so critical that Gallagher did not play this game. And Vieira tried to spice it up. He tried put a little, paprika and a little bit of basil on this. He said, oh, let's play Gallagher. Please allow us to play Gallagher because, we're a team that, we need to get him the experience. We're not stupid. Gallagher would have been crucial if he played this game. At the Etihad in the win, Arsenal against them, double over Tottenham, all in the Premier League. Gallagher played all these games and was crucial tactically. No Gallagher today was crucial. And thank you, Chelsea and Tuchel, for saying, yes, we are going to be bastards. We ain't going to play nice. We're going to take this man out of the game today. We're going to give ourselves the extra leg up. We're going to make sure that we have an even better advantage. We're not going to play nice. That's the key here. And listen, it helped us in the first half. I'm not going to lie to you. Neither team were great. I thought Palace were creating the better chances. Maybe you could say Chelsea only had 3 shots, 1 on target. We really couldn't find Timo Werner's runs. And they analysed that at halftime. The few times that we did find Timo Werner was the times we were most dangerous. But Kova, Jorginho in that pivot, we couldn't really, and really Rudiger and Reece James, even when they stepped forward into advanced positions, they didn't spot the runs, and that was analysed. But Palace, they may even see this as an opportunity missed. I was speaking to Palace fans on DR Sports there on the watch along. They were saying that they felt like they didn't give everything they could have given today in terms of their performance. They haven't shown why they have had such a good season.
They almost beat us. They beat us once and then they almost beat us again.
Yeah, they were really good. And I felt like, yes, Eze came into the mix, but Elise on that right-hand side was really missing for Palace because when he came on, he just changed everything. Like the tempo went up. Obviously, Benteke came on with him. They were really direct. He's obviously a very good crosser of the ball. He's quality.
Thoughts on the that's what I was about to say. Thoughts on Elise. How
8 million.
Can't be there for much longer.
He's only just joined. I think he should stay.
This is the thing though, because you then look at the whole Wan-Bissaka situation and you're like, he could have probably been there a year or 2 more.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Crystal Palace have a fire defense.
Zaha, when he went to Man United, probably went maybe too early, many will say. I think Elise, he came from Reading, 8 million, another Cobham talent, by the way. Let him go too early. I think, personally, Elise should stay there for a couple more seasons. Really play
just
football.
to get numbers in games. Yeah, okay.
Raise your station. Because when you go to a top team now, if you were to, you'd probably be rotational. I think you should keep moving up the football pyramid, really assert yourself, maybe get into the French senior squad. You're in the under 21s at the moment, and then keep pushing on. And then, then when you make that move, it's for big money, and there's an emphasis to play you. But 8 million from Reading's been a stellar signing. Zaha was isolated completely in this game, bro. Like, they didn't get the ball to Zaha at all. He was on the wide left-hand side. I feel like if Zaha was playing more centrally or was maybe swap flanks and they got him more involved, we could have held a bit more corner in this game. Because first half, Chelsea, like I said, we couldn't really spot runs. We weren't really very expansive on our play. I felt like we were a little bit limited. And we've spoken about this before. But I have to say, I've used this analogy. I'm going to use it again. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, when he came on, and Werner in the second half, especially, these guys, and Werner really the whole game, because I think Werner was man of the match, and rightly so. These guys, they're playing deal or no deal, bro. And you know when you get to the end of the deal or no deal and you got 2 boxes left, 5p or 250,000. They said, Tuchel, we open in the box. That's what they're doing
Brave,
right now. Yeah, this week.
All or nothing.
All or nothing. Amazon.
Chelsea edition.
Sponsor us.
Come on.
All or nothing. That's what Werner and Loftus-Cheek have done this week. Southampton, Real Madrid, Palace. You got to give them credit. I'm going to get into these 2 players specifically. Like I said, that change with Loftus-Cheek coming on off the bench today when Kova got injured. We bless, touch wood, he's okay. Changed the game because Mount dropped into the 3. Now it was a midfield 3 of Ruben, Jorginho, and Mount, and it looked a lot better. Now suddenly Mason Mount obviously gets a goal. Ruben gets a goal. But we're actually starting to see, a little bit more expansive play in midfield. Ruben's driving forward. He had a nice little pass into Werner, tried to create an opportunity for him, just couldn't quite make it stick. Mason Mount, great finish for his goal. Ruben, beautiful finish for his goal. They're trying these players. There's a few of them that, listen, like I said, deal or no deal. We don't know what's going to happen. But they're definitely trying to make a case. And let's go through them individually. Ruben, this season, has kind of been the James Milner of the team. He's played in a bundle of different positions that haven't really always maximized his strengths. He's been good, though, on the whole, in terms of a bench squad player. He's actually given decent...
I'm not going to allow you to do that against an ex-Man City legend. The difference between James Milner and Ruben Loftus-Cheek is James Milner's like 37, 38.
No, but I'm saying like he plugs holes this season.
Yeah, but that's his job in Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm not. That's
when he was a bit younger, he would play in his.
Oh
position.
yeah, we know this. But James Milner was also fit. Now, Ruben Loftus-Cheek's played right wing back. He's played right side centre back. He's played DM. I really don't want him in DM. I can't stress this enough. We saw it against Brentford. He's not a DM. Ruben is best. We've said it all along. Everybody knows this. He's best when he's box to box or he's dribbling, carrying the ball. His passing range could improve, but he does look to at least, be a little bit incisive when he can, when he sees it. But again, that's something that can improve. He can get goals. We know this. He can get headers. He can get shots off. We saw it under Sarri. Ruben and Tuchel spoke glowingly of him. I've always said with Ruben, I don't want him to be just a bench player. I want him to at least be heavily involved if he's playing well enough, which there's always conversations around that because it is inconsistent. But I don't want him to just be this guy that's just at Chelsea because he loves Chelsea, but he's back up because he's better than that. However, he's starting to get involved in the last week or so, and Tuchel's still bigging him up in the press. If this guy, and if we do change to a midfield 3, which is what I think this is really based upon his success or his failure at this football club now, if we change to a midfield 3 and we get this DM that I keep banging on about, and we change the dynamics of our midfield, Ruben could have a lifeline here just as a role player. I don't think he's ever going to be a consistent starter who is constant. I mean, listen, prove me wrong if you wish, but at least a role player who's involved. You never know. Now, Werner has also had a mad week. Now, there's a case to be made that we need to expand the dimension at Stamford Bridge with the pitch size, because when we go to these bigger pitches, such with Wembley and Bernabeu, this brother just gets more space and he seems to just love it. It's like a gazelle out in the field.
The one thing I will say is I don't think people truly understand how big the Bernabeu is of a football pitch.
And Wembley.
I know when people watch the games, they're like, oh, that's a big pitch. I really think there's like websites you can go.
Oh,
you can do
see.
like a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
Sorry, like an on-court view of how big the pitch is.
Yeah.
It's crazy big.
Bro, we may have to get the high vises out tomorrow morning at Stamford Bridge and start expanding. And I said it on Twitter. Get the linesmen up in the east and west upper, yeah? Get the players training and running up in the tunnel. Expand that pitch right to the seating on the lower tier. Whatever you got to do, because if we got to make this pitch bigger to get some points, then get it done. Because Timo Werner, right now, he seems to like high lines and big pitches and open spaces. So if that's what we need, if he continues to keep playing, this is where the worry will come in against Arsenal. Maybe a team that might sit off, who knows? I don't know how Arsenal are going to approach that game after another defeat this weekend. Lol. But Stamford Bridge is a lot smaller. And listen, it's been a great week for him. I've got massive reservations because is he getting value for money? You have to ask that question. No, 270k a week, this is not enough. This is not good enough. You need drastic. You need to continue this week for the rest of the season to even be under consideration. But there's always a way back for someone who tries and continues to show the right mentality, does not give up in life.
Whoa.
Lukaku, there's no way
What's
back.
happening here?
For
the last months you've been saying Timo's out, he's done.
But he is
Dunsky.
He should be
got
done.
Gubage.
He should be done. But he just won't die. It's like Alonso.
It's like a cockroach.
It's like literally. Some of these people, you have to commend them. As much as his technical ability is so limited and restricted, and I've always said that. And well, not always. Obviously, I had to wait for him to show me. Showed me in many games.
I still disagree with you. We've
But-
had this conversation.
Yeah, we've had this conversation. However, certain players, they just don't give up. And if a human being won't give up, then that's something. Do you know what I mean? If their mentality is spot on and they don't stop, you have to give them a slim chance of
I hear you,
recovering.
Sham.
In life, this is just how it goes.
Me and Rihanna's DMs. Like, come on.
Now, technically, is he limited? Hell yes. Can he dribble? Not much. Kind of just does the Fernando Torres kick and run pass. He can't really dribble.
I've seen him do it, just not at your club.
Fair enough. But he needs a lot of space.
Think
And
you forget how
Bundesliga gives
good
him
he
that.
was at
But
Leipzig.
it's different, Saj, because there's space in the Bundesliga. And maybe this is why the
No,
pitch
that's just because you don't respect the German defending.
Is there German defending? Does it exist?
Your best.
He was in
centre-back-
Italy. He was
your
in Italy.
best centre back is German.
He was at Roma.
Oh my god.
Serie A taught him well.
Oh Jesus.
Fofana. Yeah, there's examples out there. Konate. I'm not getting into it. But anyway. there's examples to disprove my logic immediately. But anyway. The guy, maybe he just needs the reform of the midfield. The more direct passing. Like we said in the first half, we weren't spotting his runs. Maybe there's a way back. Slim chance. But like I said, value for money is something, yes, we have to watch people's pockets. And this is why, overall, I'm still massively concerned. And it's going to take a lot for me to change my mind on Timo Werner. 270,000 a week when you're not under sugar daddy Roman, and you actually have to be smart with your P's now and actually have to watch the pounds, and you actually have to be self-sustainable. He's going to have to do a lot to earn that wage. And that's my biggest issue with him, is that it's not good. Our wage bill is absolutely horrific. Can we get someone who does what Werner does, but also brings a little bit more in terms of just, creativity on the ball, and then isn't on a stupid wage? 100%. So, listen, if he can do a madness at the end of the season, there's a way back. But we need to expand the dimensions of the pitch, so get digging. We need to bring in a DM, and we need to bring in people that can spot runs, elite passes. If we can do all those things, he may have a chance. With Ruben, you just got to love the contribution in the semi-final against Crystal Palace with a beautiful goal. It was a little deflection, but it is what it is. If we move to a midfield three, this is another player that potentially there is a lifesaver. But right now, these guys have been more Timo because he's obviously bought for a bigger role, cost money, big wages. These guys were walking the plank. A lot of guys are walking the plank. Pulisic would be potentially walking the plank, but them American owners.
What do you mean, man? That's the American Messi.
Yeah, well,
How dare you?
Well, the American owners are coming in, and you already know the tour. Each city, preseason. Chicago, we'll be in Atlanta, we'll be in Miami, we'll be in San Francisco, New York. Trust, we're doing a whole thing with
the best
Pulisic.
player in the Premier League.
So he ain't going anywhere. He ain't going anywhere. But wow. Outside Lukaku, for me, who just emotionally, I can never give a shit again.
One interview.
That's all it took.
Jesus.
Most of these players who are walking the plank, some of them, they're still not jumped off yet. So let's see what happens. But like I said, that second half turning into a 3-4-1-2 or a 4-3-3 if anything, really did help us with that three-man midfield. And like I said, great goals, great to be in the final. Now, before I wrap up, Tuchel. He has a better win ratio to Klopp in finals. He stands at about 60%. Tuchel's at 41%. I just did run the numbers. Now, stat against us. Chelsea have lost 4 Wembley domestic cup finals in a row. 1 under Sarri, 1 under Lampard, and I think 2 under Tuchel. And this will be our 5th in a row if we lose this to Liverpool, and 2nd of the season. We cannot afford to lose to Liverpool in this cup final. That is all I have to tell you. You know this. Let it. Do not be the reason why this team do a quadruple, because we have a direct say.
Quadruple.
A direct say. Me and you in this room have a direct say on whether this happens or not. We already let the Carabao Cup get away, the FA Cup, so that's our responsibility, and then your responsibility is the Champions League and the Prem.
Sir.
If we fumble this bag,
No, there is no we.
It is we.
There is no we.
If we,
Don't we us.
No, listen to me.
I'm not French.
Listen to us.
I'm
We've
not
been
French.
bickering all season. Now we have to join together.
No.
Listen, it's 2 competitions each. If we allow them, I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's very unlikely. If we allow them to actually do this and eclipse everything in English football, better than the Invincibles, better than the treble, they now equal Man United on titles, and they have obviously the most Champions Leagues. If we allow this to happen, I'm just saying this now on record, we are tapped individuals who can never show our face again. We cannot allow this to happen, Saj.
Do you know what this feels like? Yeah, this feels like the Riddler and
the
the
Avengers.
Penguin tag teaming up
It's the
to
Avengers.
take down the Joker because
Yes.
he's a better villain.
Yes. It's the Avengers. This is what this is. Bro, we've been bickering all season. We cannot allow this to happen. I'm sorry.
I'm not feeling this Oil Boys merger.
We're bringing it back.
Like,
We're running it back.
What's happening?
We're running it back. Me, you, Big Steven Monster. We're running it back. That's all I have to say.
Crazy.
Maybe even Matty as well, Newcastle.
Crazy.
All right, smash up the icons. Let me know if it's deal or no deal for Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Timo Werner. Will it be 250,000 or 50p? Or 5? I think 5p was the lowest. Oh, no,
1p is the 1p low.
Fuck, wow. That game was an absolute madness. Anyway, in a bit, people. Let me know in the comments. Peace. I really wish I got to go on that show.
What? Deal or no deal?
What a fucking show.
It was solid.
One of the best bits of TV on, what channel was on? Channel 4? I don't remember.
Imagine just the nation getting to watch your livelihood and your future prospects and admirations
Literally.
go away in real time.
Oh, it's mad.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy.